This is just in Japan on a bike. I'm just in Japan on a bike, and I'm here at Doushi. This is Michi no Doushi again, one of my favourite places. Today is a weekday, it's a regular weekday, a Thursday. It's the 17th of September. It's my son's birthday. Shout out to my son, happy birthday if you're listening. The place is not so busy today because it's a weekday, and I wanted to come here on Saturday, but I have to go to the dentist because I've got shocking toothache. So my Saturdays are taken up. Last Saturday I was at the dentist, going again this week, and I'll probably go the week after just to fix the tooth problem. However, here we are looking at the bikes. There are a few bikes here, luckily. So we're going to start here. What we got here, Honda. It's a 250 RR. What is it? What would it be? Would it be a CBR 250 RR? Throttle by wire, it says on there. Is that necessary to tell us that? Anyway, twin exhausts on the back there, very modern style exhausts. I don't really like these short, chunky, modern style exhausts, I have to say. Last video we saw this. I don't know if it's the same one or another guy, but we got this Cross Club, this Honda Cross Club, this 110. Saw that last time, talked about that last time. Check previous videos. Not sure about this one. Looks like is that a two-stroke? I would say that's a two-stroke. I don't know what it is because his jacket's covering the tank, so if there's anything on there to say what it is, I can't see what it is. And his jacket's also covering the engine, so I can't see. Interesting, this sticker on the silencer there, Faddy Daddy. Never heard of that. Is that the maker? Competition special gear. Quite interesting colour though. I like the something a bit different, I suppose, that colour scheme. I don't know that it matches a motorbike, but very interesting. Right, as you know, I like Kawasaki's. This is a beautiful retro KZ1000 LTD. I've already mentioned that I like this style of bike. Yeah, nice. What's he got on there? That says, what's that? Molly Wacky? Not sure what that is. Bit of damage on the back of that. Kawasaki Ninja. It's an interesting arrow exhaust. Haven't seen one of those before. Very interesting. And this one passed me while I was on the road on my way here. This is a two-stroke, and got the twin exhaust coming out the back there. Yeah, past me. I don't know what that is. Is that another night? What's that? No, it's suspension. Okay. So yeah, that's a reservoir for the suspension. That. I don't know what else we got here. We've got some other things going on with this one. Not sure what that is. Is that extra coolant in that? Is that coolant reservoir? Not sure. So this is liquid cooled, and I'm guessing that it's an RD, maybe an RD 250. I'm guessing. There's all kinds of things going, all kinds of modifications going on there. What's this one? Big Harley Davidson. As I said before, they look beautiful. Not very practical in Japan, but they look beautiful. It's a rather big engine guard on the front of that. But black and not chrome. Quite interesting. Looks like a comfortable seat as well. Comfortable pillion seat on that. Not sure what that is. Some kind of Honda. Looks quite new looking. quite simple. It's a big single on that. Yeah, so you've got the radiator, and there's a fan on the back of that radiator, as you can see. So liquid cooled and with a fan. That's a really big exhaust on that. I won't dwell on these two. Got a couple here together out riding. That's nice to see a couple riding together. Kawasaki 650, nice classic colours on that, on a very modern bike. TFT screen there. We've got Suzuki SV400S. There's a seat bag on this. I was talking about getting a seat bag. If you've listened to my previous upload, the audio only content, I'm interested in getting a seat bag. And the seat bag, one of the seat bags I looked at, looks like this, except it's black, not silver. So yeah, I was umming and ahhing as to whether to get a tank bag or a seat bag, and not really into tank bags. I don't know which one's more practical, but certainly a seat bag looks easier. What else have we got here? GSX 250, must be hers. Taking the key with her, I'm not going to steal it. GSX 250R. A big Harley. Big screen on that. I don't know what it is. I don't know what Harley it is. Nice and big. Very clean. He's looking after that one, definitely. BMW S1000. These are getting good reviews. Everybody seems to love these. Interestingly, the gearbox is that what that is? Yeah, it's the gearbox, isn't it? Anyway, it's interesting layout. That it's the Akrapovic exhaust on that. Is that real carbon fibre or carbon fibre look? I don't know. I'm guessing it will be real carbon fibre if it's on an Akrapovic exhaust. Somebody backfiring there. MT-09. Yeah, I did look at. I was I did shortlist an MT-09, but I just in the end went for something with a bit more protection, because there's no fairing on this, no bodywork on it. But they've got very good reviews, these bikes. They're a triple, I think they're a triple, aren't they? But very good reviews. It's interesting, the exhaust's very short on that, and I just wonder, with the exhaust blowing out on your perhaps on the pillion's feet or something, I don't know. Nice Harley, oh, very nice, that massive air filter on the side there. I don't know whether that's original or an aftermarket thing. Anyway, yeah, they always look beautiful, don't they, Harleys? I've never ridden a Harley, don't know much about them. There's my bike there. Talk about that more later. What we got over here? A Buell. Don't see many Buells in Japan. Funny this, you do get in Japan, you get people like hanging trinkets and little characters and things off their bikes. That's quite funny. Don't know what that is. Well, that's the, it says oil catch can, so it's something to do with the oil system. What's that connected to? Can't see. But certainly an unusual bike in Japan, and this one's got That's interesting there, the small twin front headlamps, quite interesting. So I think Buell is quite unique in that possibly it's the only racing style, sports style bike I'm aware of that uses belt drive. Of course I'm aware of the connection with Harley Davidson as well, but yeah, I have no idea. I've never ridden a belt driven bike, so I don't know what they're like to ride, and I don't really know why, if there are advantages, why more companies don't use them on, because they tend to be used on sport, not on sports. They tend to be used mainly on what am I trying to say, on like custom and American cruiser types. So Yoshimura exhaust. Now I met Mr. Yoshimura, the boss of the company, a couple of weeks ago. He was out riding around here and I met him, and I'm going to talk about that in another video, and hopefully he said I can go and visit. I asked if I could go visit his factory. Turns out the Yoshimura factory is not far from where I live. It's only a few miles from where I live. Really nice guy. CBR 400R, yeah, that's these 400s of course are quite popular because the medium license in Japan is up to 400, as it is in quite a few other countries such as Britain, where I come from. Kawasaki Ninja, I don't know what size that is. So one thing I've noticed is how low sports bikes are, which I didn't really think about too much until I started riding my own new bike, because my previous bike was quite high up by comparison. So it's got this Öhlins steering damper, I suppose that is. Interesting. And of course the Kawasaki lime green, you can even the pillion seats lime green in Kawasaki colours. But it must be quite big. It's a pretty big looking exhaust pipe on that. Did I get that? Let's go back if I'm not sure. I'm looking at the bikes, not looking at the screen, so I should pay more attention. Another Kawasaki Ninja. Actually quite popular, aren't they, Kawasaki Ninjas? I've just realised. Whatever the engine size, they're all quite popular. Well, he's got a helmet lock on his. That's the thing I need to look at on my bike. I can't find a helmet lock on my bike, so I don't know if that came with his bike or whether that's an after market accessory. I don't know. But my bike, something I was going to say about it, I forgot to mention before. I may have mentioned it actually. There is no obvious way to lock your helmet to it. Oh, that's nice. These are very popular, these Yamaha SR. It's probably a 400, could be a 250. It's quite a big single. These are very popular bikes, really, really popular. This is really shiny. This is well looked after. It's really, really well cleaned and polished. Nice chrome on that. Very classic retro style. Says on it since 1978. Maybe that's when they first introduced this one. Not a big fan myself of singles, especially large singles. Back in the day when I first started riding, of course, I did ride small singles. X-Max scooter, big scooters are popular. See his helmet under the seat there. It says that R1400. Well, these are incredibly powerful machines, and I don't know, I don't think you could ever find anywhere legally where you could enjoy the power of these machines. But anyway, really fantastic bikes. Nice retro Z900 with Evolution exhaust. It's an interesting one. Interesting. CB400 Öhlins reservoir shocks, Another interesting tailpipe on that. Some adventure bike there. What is that? Not sure. Honda. Is that CRF? I'm not sure what that is. I'm not really very familiar with adventure bikes. V-Strom. Certainly another one that was on my short list before I chose my bike. What we got here? This is a Kawasaki, isn't it? W800. Beautiful design. I love this engine design. It's absolutely beautiful. And it's obviously a new retro modern, because it's you can see that it's got all the new tech on it. I mean, the old original ones didn't have rear discs; they had drum brakes. Only a single disc on the front of that. Interesting. I suppose it's not really a bike that people ride too fast or in a sporty way. Interesting headlamp on that. It's really quite amazing. Yeah, very interesting headlamp on that. What's this thing? We got another one. Oh, another one of those cross clubs. This time in a very fetching green colour. Yeah, very interesting. Sort of a scrambler moped. Quite probably only popular in Japan. I don't know. Probably popular in other Asian countries actually. I can't imagine such a bike being popular where I come from, but very interesting. Morikawa exhaust on that. Not familiar, but I think I have heard of it, but not familiar with it. CBR, what is it? Anyway, another CBR. There we are, this looks nice. Yamaha YZR. This is old school, isn't it? Old school sports. This takes me back. I love the Yamaha colour schemes on these. I love this yellow, the black and the white and all that. It's just absolutely beautiful. And certainly takes me back, very nostalgic. That's obviously a two-stroke, yeah, YZR, that's right. It's probably a 250, I imagine. But I know there is a 125 version, the old YPVS. I don't think Yamaha still uses that. I don't know. What's this? This is a Kawasaki. He's had some damage on the tank there. So he's got a tank bag on that. I'll tell you what, that tank bag seems almost the same size as the tank. Quite awkward looking. This guy's obviously been away, or he's gone away somewhere, or on his way back from somewhere. Eliminator, that's the one. Some regular generic looking scooter by Honda. And look at this thing, this is quite interesting. This again, it's like one of those scrambler mopeds, but this time it's all totally blacked out. It's quite incredible. As I said to you, they do have a sort of a cult following, and people go crazy for them in a sort of a very stoic way. This guy obviously does a lot of travelling, because he's got grip covers on there, so it must do a lot of running. The screen's quite big, and there's a screen extension on the top of that. It's quite interesting. Now somebody's got squeaky brakes, hurting my ears. And look at these front panniers and this basket thing. It's quite amazing, that. Very interesting. The off-road tyres, but I don't know really. I suppose if you went to a campsite or something, you'd make use of that. I don't. Okay, guards on the headlamp and indicators. It's a very very unique looking machine. And this is what you see quite a lot, these large like tray-like containers on the back. That's quite a common thing to see. This has come from Setagaya in central Tokyo. I can tell that from the registration plate. It's registered in Setagaya, which is down in the centre of Tokyo. Another Yamaha, another CBR. There we are. So as you can see, some people just put their jackets and helmets on the back, leave them on their bikes, and it's pretty safe to do so. It's a really nice thing that you can do in Japan. I mean, it's not 100% safe, but it's also, I think, amongst bikers as well, you're not going to get people steal your stuff. Anyway, so there's a woman riding that one. I'm inclined to think that I actually see more women riding bikes in Japan than I do back in the old country. Another MT-09, so that's what, I think I've counted at least three MT-09s since I've been here. It's another one of those CBRs, and another Harley Davidson. He's got a seat bag on the back of that. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for a seat bag. I think they also don't look quite so bad either. Obviously a Harley's totally different to the bike I'm riding, but anyway, nice colour if I do say so. Quite like that colour. Wouldn't have it on my bike of course, but I think it's probably alright on a bike like this. Okay, well, we've got some mothers that have turned up since I've walked over here. Back over here is a Ducati 749S. Oh, look at that, that's beautiful. I love the way the exhausts come out the back there like that. That is absolutely stunning. I said I was thinking about seat bag, but that seat bag, unfortunately, that's the problem. They make the bike look rubbish. but yeah, that's a really, really nice exhaust coming out the back there. I wonder if that's, I'm guessing that is not real carbon fibre down there. Yeah, Ducatis, there's something about Ducatis, I don't know what it is. Not sure what it is, something about them, certainly. Anyway, yeah, something about them. There we are, this has been just in Japan, and I shall catch you again soon.